Flags, songs, drama, and glitter. If it's Eurovision, we've got it covered. This is Put It Away. Hello, dear Eurovision listeners, and welcome to another episode of Put It Away. We are in episode 38, and we're 2 episodes before episode 40. Oh my god. That's a long way to go.
Yeah, what a consideration. Do
Great.
you remember when we started this podcast?
Maybe.
It was back in October.
Yeah, it was. And now we have 38 episodes.
Yeah.
Quite impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, Vienna is behind us for good. Well, okay. It's behind us, but we still have the post-Eurovision depression. So this is what we're trying to cure. But in any case, we have some news that keep on coming, which could be real, could not be real in the future, but we will see. And this is why we are here to discuss them with you.
Yeah, in the end we will see how things unfold because we are still in June and until the final decisions, probably in December, we have a long way to go through.
But before that, we have a quiz from last week. Shall we go with this and then start all these beautiful topics that we can discuss?
Of course.
All right.
So last week we asked when was the last time that Bulgaria received 12 points from the juries before, of course, Vienna 2026. And as we saw in the comments, the majority of you found the correct answer. But we want to take it one step further. The correct answer was
2021, with the participation of Victoria and the song Growing Up is Getting Old.
what a big title.
And some of you don't remember this title.
Yeah, because I didn't like this song back then, and to be honest, I was quite happy that Stefania made it and got a top 10 result instead of Victoria.
But this is not the correct answer, okay? It was 2021. Victoria received 2 sets of 12 points from Portugal and Moldova in the juries, and then we had to wait 5 whole years for Bulgaria to receive again 12 points from the juries.
Do you think that we will need to wait?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. Probably not.
But now let's go to the real stuff.
Put it away.
So, we have been commenting from last week's episode about potential participation of Hungary in Eurovision next year and the coming back of North Macedonia. But we have 2 more potential comebacks.
Yeah, based on what is rumored around the Eurovision fandom, and it's not only rumors, but we have some statements from the state broadcasters.
Exactly. It's not only rumors that are floating around just because everybody has this post-Eurovision depression.
Yeah, we have 2 more countries that are examining their possibilities to make a comeback.
Well, the first one is Kosovo.
Like every year, I think.
Well, but this time I think it's a bit more serious, because we had the RTK's acting director general, Zana Spahiu, who issued a renewed appeal to the EBU for Kosovo's inclusion in both Eurovision Song Contest and Junior Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah, but RTK has been submitting formal requests since 2013. So this is not actually a new campaign, but this latest letter has real urgency and real timing behind it.
Well, the thing I think with Kosovo this time is that the EBU has kind of spanned this geographical participation of countries in Eurovision. And of course arguing about Australia. Because Australia is like on the other side of the world. There's like the down under. So what's the connection with Europe? But then again, I'm here to mention that the participating countries are the members who are members of the EBU.
Exactly, yes. And if we mention Australia, then Canada would be the next country to participate in next year's edition.
Well, yeah, or Kazakhstan, we could say, because they have participated in Junior Eurovision, so they have like some actual thing.
Do you know what? I think that the main obstacle for Kosovo is Serbia. We all know that this territory is quite disputed, and if I were Martin Green or whoever is in charge next year, would have another pain in the ass regarding this statement.
Hey, mind your language. What is this?
Oops, sorry, yeah, but you get the feeling.
Well, I do get the feeling. However, here, this acting director general has mentioned, like it's worth quoting this, that maintaining this stance risks creating a structural inconsistency that is increasingly difficult to justify, and that RTK's programming reflects precisely the principles that Eurovision aims to promote: diversity, inclusion, and meaningful cultural dialogue. The thing with this is that if Kosovo is indeed participating, Serbia is going to have a huge problem. Greece also might have a huge problem. Other countries that haven't recognized Kosovo yet as a sovereign state might have a big problem. So I cannot see how it's possible for them to participate.
I believe that if there's gonna be a vote regarding Kosovo's participation, then the result might be the one everybody wants. So,
But then we're going to have other issues.
yeah,
And then how is going to be for the EBU and for Martin Green or whoever is going to be in his place to face both the Kosovo issue and Israel issue that is going to keep on existing? But what do you guys think? Would you like Kosovo to participate in Eurovision? Do you think that this Australia argument is like viable enough for them to put them in a competitive position to be considered as the next participants? Let us know in the comments.
Put it away!
the second country that is somehow considering their comeback in Eurovision after so many years is Slovakia.
Okay.
Another Central European country that is missing from Eurovision Song Contest for so many years. And all this history is triggered because of the public broadcaster STVR was spotted in the press center during Eurovision 2026 in Vienna.
Okay.
And not only that, the Director General of the state public broadcaster, Ginrich, pardon, and
Nice accent here.
beg my pardon if I didn't pronounce it correctly, has spoken to the local newspaper Danic N about what that means, and his quote was quite fascinating. The plan was actually for Slovakia to return in Eurovision 2026 in Vienna.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but the management ultimately decided that the cost was too high. Licensing, production, logistics, etc. etc. But I don't know, maybe next year they will reconsider it, and who knows, maybe we will see Slovakia making their comeback in Bulgaria.
Okay, I mean, that's very interesting because we haven't seen Slovakia in the Eurovision states the last 14 years. So that's going to be quite a comeback. Their last entry was in 2012 with Max Jason May and the song Don't Close Your Eyes that finished last in the semifinal. Quite a bad result. Their best result was back in 1996, 30 years ago, with Marcel Palunder. But the fact that they were there, like in Vienna, in the press center, like watching the contest, like from the backstage and being involved, that means something.
Do you remember when we watched this list that EBU released about the countries that had bought the most tickets for Eurovision 2026. And to my surprise, Slovakia was among the top 10 countries.
Well, that I could justify because Vienna and Slovakia are like very, very close. So someone could buy the tickets and go on a daily trip to Vienna, watch the contest, and then go back to Bratislava, for example. But that means that they actually paid a lot because the tickets were quite expensive.
Exactly. And not only that, if you want to go to Vienna, which is a neighboring city, just for Eurovision, it means that you like Eurovision. You just don't go for fun or for the experience. So this shows something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this return. I mean, I remember this legendary Horechroni participation in 2010 from Slovakia, but it's not my personal favorite. Like, I never liked it. So, I don't know how I feel about this return. I mean, I would like to see many countries participating, and if we're going to have some countries coming back from the ones that they withdrew this year, then that would be great, but I don't know what is at stake here.
So, what I would propose is Slovakia making their comeback in Eurovision 2027 with Adonis,
Okay.
who is actually Slovakian.
Yeah.
And he represented Czechia
Last year.
in 2025. So,
He deserves a second chance.
exactly, that's my point.
Yeah. Guys, if you listen to us, take this into account, come back next year and send Adonis.
Put it away.
And along with Slovakia, Netherlands should make their comeback as well.
What was all that about?
Yeah, well, if you heard the news, the director of Omrep Max, Jan Slachter, told to AD directly that the Eurovision Song Contest is important for the Netherlands and he actually thinks that they should participate. So, no matter what Avrotros will decide, and if they change their mind about Israel's participation, which was the main reason behind their withdrawal in 2026, he wants Netherlands to be part of Eurovision family again.
Okay, so that means that while they don't like the Israeli actions in the Middle East against Palestine, they still don't think that boycott will do something. That doesn't need to boycott Eurovision.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's weird for the Netherlands thing, because Avrotros was like quite clear. If Israel is in, we're not in. So if now they decide to change the broadcaster who actually takes over Eurovision, then we will have other balances, how to say.
Yeah, the ultimate decision lies with NPO, the umbrella organization,
Okay.
and they say that they will enter discussions with Avrotros and they will see what their intentions are. And if Avrotros insists on boycotting Eurovision, then they may search for other solutions.
But that means that the other solutions have to be members of the EBU. So
Yes, of
we have
course.
to see this thing. I don't know if this MPO umbrella public broadcaster is like a full member of the EBU. So whoever they send is going to be equal. It's going to be either Avrotros or Omrep Max or another public broadcaster of the Netherlands. So if it's going to be the same, then they're not going to have a problem. But if all those public broadcasters in the Netherlands have to come to an agreement in participating in Eurovision with whichever broadcaster, then I think they're going to have a very, very much big issue. And they're not going to participate eventually.
As I told you before, we're just in June, and until the final decisions, we have a long way to go through.
We do.
Put it away.
But you know which country would DARA like to come back to Eurovision?
I think I do. Is it Turkey?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, bravo, Dara, yes. Okay, I'm back.
I didn't expect that.
I'm back. No, like, Turkey is one of my favorite countries in Eurovision.
Yeah, we all understood that.
So, yeah, if they're about to come back, which I really doubt, I seriously don't think that they're coming back unless they change their government next year. Yeah, I would really, really want to see them back on the Eurovision stage. Like, I miss them a lot, you know?
I think that everyone is missing Turkey a lot because in the most recent years that they participated, they had actually sent a lot of great songs to the Eurovision Song Contest.
And I think it's very important now that Turkey is next to Bulgaria. They are sharing borders. So if they're about to consider that, because if you think the last time that Turkey participated was in 2012, and the last time that a country close to Turkey won was 2011, which was Azerbaijan, like one of the sister countries. Now they have another chance to participate next to their neighbors.
So they will take the pass as in North Macedonia or what?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
No matter how they will travel to Bulgaria, it's gonna be either Sofia, Plovdiv, Burgas or whichever other city takes over the responsibility to host Eurovision 2027. It would be a very nice surprise to see Turkey coming back.
Yeah, and I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it.
I don't see this very feasible, but yeah. But I'm also here for it.
But please let someone dream.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah. Dreams are for free.
Yeah. Well, Bulgaria is not going to be for free, so.
Put it away.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Which was the biggest star of Eurovision 2026?
Delta Goodrem for sure.
No, I was expecting something else.
No, I wouldn't say Achilles.
No.
Neither Linda Lambenius.
Well, Boy George, what about him?
Sorry, but I totally forgot him.
Okay.
I only saw him for like 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, but after those 30 seconds, I think he has a lot of appetite for Eurovision now because he publicly said that he wants to write the UK's entry for Eurovision 2027.
And now I get your point about dreams that are for free and things like this.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is only dreams because he's a person who has had worldwide successful songs and he is one of the most iconic artists of his generation.
Okay, undoubtedly, but we all saw that during Eurovision 2026 and his, let's say, participation with San Marino and Zenit in Superstar, he didn't get the result that he was expecting.
But you know what I think? If you think the last 5 years, like this decade, the UK only had one good entry.
And what an entry.
Yeah, what an entry. So you had 2021 that received 0 points from the public. 2022, second place, incredible. 2023 as a host country, like co-host country, only 7 points. 2024, 0 points. 2025, 0 points. 2026, 0 points. Why not inviting Boy George writing a song for Eurovision for the UK? What could go wrong?
Yeah, well, if he's ready to receive another 0 points, then nothing will go wrong.
But you never know. Maybe he will write something like Karma Chameleon and he's gonna touch everybody's hearts.
Okay, then I can't say anything more about it.
I mean, it's gotta be like something. It's gotta be a moment, I think. I'm not quite sure if I want to see him again in Eurovision because he obviously offered nothing. He had like a 30-second appearance on stage. However, as a writer, as a songwriter, he could do something like being backstage and, giving something.
Okay, let's see if BBC actually appoints Boy George as their composer next year and if he is preparing something very good for Eurovision.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't see the purpose of this move.
But what do you guys think about Boy George? Do you think that it's feasible for him to write a Eurovision song for the UK. Do you think that BBC can actually consider inviting him writing a Eurovision song? And do you believe that if he does, will he get 0 points from the public again for the 4th year in a row?
Put it away.
And finally, the feel-good story of the week.
Okay.
Because the official Eurovision website published the chart data and the numbers about Bangaranga's success all over the world. Number 1 in Austria, Germany, Sweden and Lithuania. Number 2 in Finland. They kept the number 1 for their participation.
Obviously.
Also number 2 in Switzerland, and they reached the top 10 in the UK.
Ooh, great. That's a great thing about DARA. And you see that the ultimate underdog has managed to take over Europe.
What a great story.
And from what I see here on Spotify, Bangaranga is number 1 in 11 countries.
11?
Yes.
Wow.
Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, obviously, Estonia, Finland, Germany, Iceland, Lithuania, Sweden, Switzerland, and Ukraine. It has reached the top 5 in Denmark, Greece, Latvia, Luxembourg, and Poland, and it's in the top 10 in Czechia, Norway, Romania, and the United Kingdom.
Well done, Dara. I don't think that even here would believe the success of Bangaranga. But when you send something genuine in the Eurovision Song Contest
and you present it like this.
Exactly, that was what I was going to say. You see how miracles happen?
And from the complete underdog, it became the ultimate favorite. And now it's taking over Europe, and I think it's going to be the song that we will all listen to during the summer.
So, as we proceed in the season, we see that this result was quite fair.
Yeah, and I expected that Bangaranga would be like this. I mean, when I saw it taking over like Europe slowly, even after the rehearsals, when we had those exclusive clips from the Instagram account of Eurovision, that you could see the reaction and you could see how people were actually accepting Bangaranga more, and they were actually considering it that it could do well, not win, but could do actually very well, because there were a lot of people who were thinking that Bangaranga is a non-qualifier.
Do you know what? I'm expecting that during our summer holidays in Greece, that Bangaranga will storm all the places and we will listen to it a lot.
Yeah, I'll listen to it at home.
Yeah, I confirm that.
Okay.
Put it away.
And I think that was it for today. The episode was quite concise. We didn't have a lot of things to discuss. Well, we did because we're trying actually to fight this post-Eurovision depression, and we know that you guys do it as well, so we thank you very much for the support. We thank you very much for listening to the episodes, and of course, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. We are everywhere. Don't forget to listen to us on every digital platform, because we are everywhere too. We would like to receive your comments, your reactions, your maybe forecasts about what's going to happen next year, because we have, a lot of things. And yeah, it was a great thing. But what about the quiz?
Yeah, we can't forget the quiz.
Put it away.
During this episode, we discussed a lot about all the 0 points that UK received from the public in the last few years. But what was the best result in televoting for UK?
Like ever.
Like ever.
You mean like point-wise?
Point-wise, yes.
Oh.
Only from televoting.
Okay, so which entry received the most points from the televote?
Exactly.
Like ever?
Yes.
Okay. Good luck, guys. I don't know the answer.
So that's all, folks. The show is over, the points are counted. Until next week, don't forget to
Put it away.